Jim Rohn's view of the 21st century. Here's number one: unprecedented opportunity. Unprecedented opportunity. We've now got the technology. We pick up a telephone now and talk to somebody on the other side of the world. I get on an airplane in Los Angeles, and 13 hours later, I'm in Tokyo. Right? So this is going to be a time of unprecedented opportunity. In every field you can imagine, it's going to be the greatest period of opportunity time in the history of the human race, the 21st century. So that's number one, unprecedented opportunity. Now here's the second note to take. Now also keen competition. And it's not just competition across the street and company to company and, division to division. Now it's worldwide competition. So now you've got to be ready to cash in on the opportunity, but you've also got to be ready for the competition. Here's some of my best advice. Number one, you've got to have more than one skill. If you want economic safety for the future, my personal opinion, you need more than one skill. In fact, it led me to my first fortune, and that was learning more than one skill. I knew how to milk cows, but it didn't pay very well. Then someone gave me this incredible advice. If you want to lay the foundation for a future fortune, you've got to learn more than one skill. Here's the first one, and I started part-time, a little sales job that I got. From milking cows, now I've got this ability now to start getting customers and make some money in this extra skill. So now I've got two skills. Next was finding good people. And when I learned this skill, I couldn't believe how it drastically changed my income. So now I've got what? 3 skills: milking cows, getting customers, finding good people. Here's the next one that paid me big money, and that's organizing. Organizing simply means getting people to work together. Here's the next one that really increased my income substantially, and that's promotion and recognition. Rewarding people for small steps of progress. Be so busy giving other people recognition, you really don't need it for yourself. Let me just give you one more, and that's communication. Of all the things not to be lazy about, it's language, because words can work miracles. Here was the next one: teaching. Teaching people how life works. Teaching people how to set goals. Stepping up to the higher opportunity and better challenge. But this one paid the best: learning to inspire. Helping people to see themselves better than they are. So, economic safety for the future. Learn more than one skill. Here's number 2. It would be good to learn more than one language. Those extra languages are so valuable. When I travel the world, I gotta find somebody that knows more than one language, or I'm in deep trouble. Make this note: give it as a gift to your children. I asked a school teacher one time, how many languages can a child learn? Here's what she said: as many as you will teach them. So you got my good advice now? More than one skill, more than one language. Here's the rest. Learn the simple economic formula, and I can give it to you in just a couple of sentences. Here's the language for your notes. We get paid for bringing value to the marketplace. Now, the value we bring is one part of it, a product or a service, but here's the other part: the value you become. Like an entrepreneur, a leader. What you become also pays much more than what you bring. Go to work on yourself harder than you work on your job. If you work hard on your job, you can make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you could make a fortune. Success is something you attract by becoming an attractive person. So, now what else would help you to be attractive to the marketplace besides more than one skill and more than one languages? 5 simple, basic fundamentals that will increase your value to the marketplace. You don't have to work on the economy, because here's the first note. Each person's income is determined primarily by their philosophy, not by the economy. You only have to go to work on yourself. So now here's 5 things I want to share with you. And the first one is your personal philosophy. Your personal philosophy is like a guidance system that helps you make decisions what to do, what not to do. Maybe your philosophy would have been 5 years ago never to attend seminars like this. You just didn't go. Now 5 years later, here you are. Because it doesn't take but a few ideas to make a great difference in your income, social life, and all the rest. The more we learn, the more we know, the better we're able to make better decisions. Your philosophical guidance system does two things. For your notes, number one, helps you to see the dangers on one side. But here's what else your guidance system does. Helps you to see the opportunities on the other side. And here's what that's called. The game of life is to minimize the dangers and maximize the opportunities. That's really the game of life. I couldn't put it much more simply. Now, how do we know more things and learn more things so we can avoid the dangers, maximize the opportunities? Here's number one, learn from personal experience. So one way to learn to do it right, first do it wrong. So sometimes a negative experience now causes us to really make a sudden shift. Now here's the next way to learn, and that is to learn from other people's experiences. If you know a guy that's messed up his life for 40 years, you have to say, John, would you spend a day with me? Teach me how for the last 40 years you messed it all up. Learning from the negative side of someone's experience. And my mentor taught me to always keep a journal. Here's what he said, don't trust your memory. If a good idea comes your way, write it down, then ponder it, then perhaps go do it. Now, 3 ways now to learn from other people. Here's number one, learn from what you see. If you just watch, you can pick up clues. Success leaves clues. Here's number 2. We learn so much from other people based on what we hear. Here's good advice on that. Be a selective listener. Now here's number 3. Read all the books. Read all the books you need to read to make you as wealthy as you want to be, as healthy as you want to be, as unique a human being as you want to be. Read all of those books. Read it all. Now jot this down. When you do read, you have to sort through what you read and decide which is valuable to try. Our lives are greatly affected by what we learn and what we know. Now here's number 2 of these very basic 5 things I want to share with you. Your attitude. We're affected by what we know, so get the information. Don't be lazy in learning. Next, we're affected by how we feel. Attitude. 4 things to consider on attitude and how you feel. Here's number 1. It's how you feel about the past. Past experience, even past losses, past failures, as well as successes. Don't live in the past, and don't carry the past around like a burden. Here's the second attitude. It's how you feel about the future. Now, where does the inspiration come from? Looking forward. Here it is, learning to set goals. Number 1, decide what you want. Take some time and decide what you want. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do the next 10 years, 20 years? How about the people you want to meet, the cities you want to visit? Start thinking about all of that. Here's the next key. Write it all down. What if you were laying bricks and somebody came by and said, what are you building here? And you said, I have no idea. So I'm asking you not to be casual anymore. Start designing the future. Okay, decide what you want. Put everything on your list of goals. Little things, insignificant to someone else, but important to you. Now, here's the next attitude. It's very important how you feel about everybody. Each of us need all of us. Now, here's the last one on attitude. It's how you feel about yourself. Nothing more powerful than self-confidence to start multiplying your income by 2, by 3, by 5, by 10. Doing the things you know you should do, and at the end of the day, your self-esteem is soaring and high. That is one of the greatest motivating factors for the future, feeling good about yourself. Number 3 is activity. Now we've gotten to the formula of how to turn ideas into reality. Activity is the labor. You might add labor pains. Why would an upcoming potential mother be willing to put herself through maybe a rather painful experience? And it's for your notes. It produces new life. And whether it's new career life or new business life or new married life, it has to come from the work. It comes from the labor. Go to work and build a better career. Go to work and build good health. You can have faith and believe until it is extraordinary, but now you must go to work. Now here's the final two pieces. Number 4, learn to measure progress. Life expects us to make measurable progress in reasonable time. We demand it of our children. How many years do you want your child to spend in 4th grade? Approximately. You can't linger in one grade more than 1 year. The same should go for us as adults. Now here's number 5 of the 5 major things I wanted to share with you. And here's the word, lifestyle. Learning to live well, because the ultimate essence of life is not a Ferrari. It's not $1 million. It's not a fortune. The ultimate essence of life is learning to live a good life. Jim Rohn's short list for living the good life. Number 1, productivity. You really won't be that happy if you don't produce. To produce some to get by is all right, but why not try productivity to the max? Here's number 2, good friends. You got to have good friends. The best support system in the world is good friends. Here's number 3, your heritage. Keep your heritage alive. Here's number 4, your spirituality. Study, practice, and teach. It's one of the major components of a good life. And now to close, take special care of the inner circle. Nourish them, they will nourish you. Inspire them, they will inspire you. Thank you very much.